What's up guys? So today we're on r/controversialopinions on Reddit, cause who doesn't love a good Reddit post that turns into Gen Z World War III? This one is titled, "The struggle of paying for dates as a man is severely over-exaggerated. There is nothing tough about paying for dates as a man." I don't care if people get butthurt over this, it needs to be said because I'm tired of every other guy I know complaining about this. The struggle of paying for dates as a man is severely over-exaggerated. There is nothing that tough about paying for dates as a man. I'm hearing too many other guys, some, not all, making way too much of a big deal about the expectations to pay for dates, claiming that the woman is using him just because he bought her a $12 meal. Hell, I could probably find $12 on the ground outside of a fast food place on the ground if I looked hard enough. So to say they're being used over 12 bucks is nothing but extreme over-exaggeration. Paying $12 to $25, maybe $50 on the higher end, for the woman's food and drink is not gonna break anyone or rob anyone blind. Seriously, who out here is really getting exploited for $25? Hell, that's the cost of a package of a family-sized toilet paper package to wipe your ass cheeks with, or a package of meat in a grocery store. People buy those without second thought, but when it comes to spending that on a woman, all of a sudden it's a big deal. I hear a lot of talk about gold digging. Since when does a gold digger only ask for $15 to $50? Real gold diggers want hundreds to thousands of dollars a day, not just a meal or movie ticket. If someone is going through all that hassle and trying that hard to get 25 to 50 bucks, that's not a gold digger. That's a coin collector, a coupon collector, a discount diver, a bargain hunter, not a gold digger. True gold diggers don't ask for scraps here and there. They want a lavish lifestyle, buying them a car, beauty treatments, designer purses and handbags. If you can't spare $20, maybe $50 at most, for one outing to ensure that lady has a good time, maybe you should reconsider dating altogether. Because it sounds like you have bigger issues to tackle or worry about, like finances. I got into a talk about this with a friend the other day. His perspective was that he's being used by women due to paying for cheap fast food dates, and my perspective was that using someone for average, at best $15 isn't a thing and doesn't exist, and that's nothing but trivial over-exaggeration. If having to pay $20 is the toughest part of some other guys' dating struggles, I envy them. That's the easiest hurdle. Nothing hard or tough about it. One swipe of a card and boom, she's happy and grateful, and you just earn some likability points. I've paid for every date I've ever been on with a woman, and while my friend called that simp behavior, I call it just not making a big deal out of nothing. It's really not that big of a deal, and there are way bigger challenges in dating than this. I'm not talking about extravagant trips here, just simple dates. Movies, restaurant, carnival, etc. There's nothing that's so challenging or stressful about paying for these things. Edit. Once you get a woman's respect of you as a masculine leader, you'll never want to go back to the old days when you got your panties all in a wad over a $15 date. She will reveal a feminine, nurturing, and respect for you that you never got before. You'll feel like a fool for making such a big deal about having to take charge once you see the level of respect and affection women give you when you allow them to relax in their feminine role. Also, you need to vet the woman's character out first before asking her on a date. Don't just ask the first random woman you see standing outside. You need to evaluate if a woman is wife material, respects you, is physically attracted to you, and worth your effort and investment before asking for a date, and that will eliminate the ridiculous "she ignored me the whole date and just ate her food" problem. Okay, now first off, I'm gonna say I think she makes some decent points. I agree with a lot of what she said, but as a man myself, I understand the frustration of having to always spend money on dates. Not that I go out on a lot of dates, I can't even get a date. But besides me, this is a frustration that I see a lot of men have. And this isn't like one date we're talking about here. A one-time $25 date is not the issue. It's men that are going on multiple dates with a woman till things don't work out, then they go on dates with another woman, yada yada yada, and all this money starts to snowball. So we're not actually talking about a $25 date here. And she did bring up that you shouldn't ask out just any random woman you see on the street. Find a woman that shows genuine interest in you. And that is true. Men, Go find a woman that's straight wifey material. Treat her right and she'll treat you right too. And you won't have this problem anymore. But that's so easier said than done. And I don't think this woman that made this post understands that. A decent man doesn't want to go out with multiple women. A decent man wants to find that wifey material girl they can focus on. But if a decent man has to wait around for a woman that shows genuine interest in them, then, well, they'll probably never date anyone. I've lived on this earth for 25 years of my life. Not one girl has shown interest in me first. I have been in 2 relationships, and in both I showed interest in them, asked them out, and yeah, they said yes, and we dated for a while. And keep in mind, I'm 25. But there's men out there that are like 35, good men, that are still in the dating pool because no one genuinely shows interest in them. You want them to keep waiting around for that? No, so what are you gonna do when they like someone? They're gonna ask them out. There's nothing wrong with that method either. But back to what I was saying, a good man wants to find that special someone. It ain't that easy though. And that's why dating culture is the way it is. Dating culture is trash, but that's just how it is. So these men have no choice but to go out on so many dates, and that money that they're spending just starts snowballing. That's why they're upset. It's not a singular $25 date. Now, like I said before, I do agree with some points she made. These women are not gold diggers. Like she said, a true gold digger wants to rob you of hundreds, maybe thousands a month. They don't want just $25 dates. They want a car, designer handbags, jewelry, all while giving you little to nothing in return. So if you're calling a woman like the one in the Reddit post a gold digger, I'm sorry, I can't take your side on that, bud. And generally, I say this as a man, I think a man should pay for a first date, second date, maybe third, especially if you're the one asking them out. But I think things should change as the relationship progresses. When you like someone, you want to treat them. That goes both ways. So even if the man pays in the beginning, as the relationship continues, both sides should treat each other. If you're like 6 months into a relationship and the woman has done nothing for you, yeah, she might just not be into you. And that also is a gold digger. My sister and her boyfriend are a perfect example of how I think a relationship should be financially. Her boyfriend did pay for things at the start, but as the relationship continued, they actually started fighting about who pays during dates and stuff. My sister actually said it was kind of annoying of him because he was always paying and she doesn't want that. She likes him and wants to treat him too. And that's how I think a relationship should be. So I feel like the woman in the post is missing that part. If she just is talking about first and second dates, that's fine. But that shouldn't be how the relationship is forever. Because again, then we're not just talking about $20. I don't know, man. The war between men and women and dating in today's society is so stupid in my opinion. We're fighting people of the opposite sex and everyone is suffering because of it. I'm suffering because of it. Where's my wifey at? God damn it. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I don't know, roast me in the comments if you must.